I'm Sophie Scavelis, and I work for the Interreg Euro-MED Joint Secretariat. Before presenting the 2021-2027 Euro-MED program itself, let's quickly go over some basics for those who are not familiar with European programs or territorial cooperation. The Interreg Euro-MED program is part of the cohesion policy, its second objective, European territorial cooperation, and more particularly, its transnational component. Every 7 years, the European Union revises the strategy for the allocation of European funds to meet the new challenges of the European Union and provides a regulatory framework that the programs must respect. Each program receives European funding and awards grants to projects through calls for proposals. Its content and modalities are decided by the participating states of the program and approved by the Commission. The program covers the entire northern shore of the Mediterranean, from Portugal to Cyprus, bringing together 69 regions, thus linking the Atlantic to the Black Sea. These are 14 countries eligible to receive co-financing from the program, whether they are member states, candidate countries, or potential candidate countries to the European Union. However, collaboration with the southern and eastern shores of the Mediterranean is of crucial importance to achieve the ambitions of the program. This is why the participation of partners from the southern and eastern Mediterranean as associated partners is always welcome. Thus, the main goal of the Euro-MED Interreg program is to contribute to the transition towards a climate-neutral and resilient society. Indeed, the Mediterranean has many resources that must be protected from the impact of global change, while ensuring a sustainable growth and well-being for all Mediterranean. As you will have understood, the Interreg Euro-MED program has an environmental and climate focus. Thus, it's fully aligned with the European Green Deal, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and the Territorial Agenda 2030. It supports a large number of European and Mediterranean policies and initiatives related to the climate and the environment. To reach this goal, the program will fund different types of projects with the aim to produce tangible results and impact the territories, the so-called thematic projects. Some will produce essential studies to better understand an issue related to the challenge of the transition towards a climate-neutral and resilient society, and open the door to the development of common solutions for the Mediterranean. Others will test these solutions, strategies, and action plans developed jointly, and others will organize the sharing, optimization, and adoption of these solutions to other actors. This project will be study, test, and transfer projects, also called modular projects. The program also envisages that some projects focus on very targeted geographical areas and propose to carry out these three actions in a combined way. These projects will then be strategic territorial projects. All achievements and results produced by these thematic projects will be reusable, combinable, and valorized through synergies with other projects. The priority of these thematic projects will be to make the Mediterranean smarter and greener. They will operate to fulfill 4 complementary missions to fight the impact of global changes. The first mission will be to strengthen an innovative, sustainable economy. This can be done more specifically by consolidating a competitive innovation ecosystem with the stakeholders of the 4 helix, or by supporting the transition to a circular economy. The second and third missions of the program are respectively to protect, restore, and valorize the natural environment and heritage, and to promote green living areas. They are closely linked as both missions will require to dedicate actions to prevent and mitigate risks. But while the second mission will target more precisely the management of natural resources, the third one will deal more specifically with the energy transition. The fourth mission is a bit special. It will concern all projects that tackle all topics mentioned above, but with a clear focus on enhancing sustainable tourism. The missions are complementary. As you can see here, we take jigsaw pieces to represent the 4 missions developed by the program. Jigsaw pieces are linked among each other to show the full picture. And our jigsaw pieces are just a part of the Mediterranean puzzle. They are also linked to a larger picture, as the program is linked to other frameworks. The program has also the complementary priority of providing the Mediterranean with better territorial governance. The program's approach lies first in the sharing and transfer of knowledge for a better transnational coordination of practices and policies, both between the different states, but also between the different levels of governance and between the different sectors. Thus, the program will implement 2 additional types of projects, so-called governance projects. Thematic community projects, 1 per mission, and institutional dialogue projects, 1 per mission as well, working both in a binomial way. Thematic community projects will mainly organize the effective sharing and transfer of the results of thematic projects within a community of projects working on one of the 4 missions previously mentioned, while institutional dialogue project will support the institutional uptake of the results of thematic projects by engaging actors from different levels of governance and different sectors. Not only that, as the program seeks to maximize the impact of concomitant actions between the different initiatives, strategies, plans, and EU, Interreg, and thematic programs acting in the Mediterranean, these governance projects will also have the task to support effective coordination between these actors to improve the governance of cooperation beyond the program. The result and mission-oriented approach of the Interreg Euro-MED program, which is based on the exploitation of the outcomes of the thematic projects to feed institutional dialogues, is the result of the maturing of an approach to capitalization, which considers that capitalization must go beyond the ambitions of transfer and serve more fundamental issues, which are to transform governance in the Mediterranean by supporting a sounder, multi-stakeholder, and multi-level coordination. The focus of Interreg Euro-MED program on results and missions provides the evidence-based approach needed for effective policy change. It helps creating common narratives, sharing a common vision, and federating around a common aim that goes far beyond the specific objectives of a single project. Because through cooperation and collective work, we can achieve more. This approach leverages independent project results to achieve higher goals and improve governance in regard to key shared challenges in the Mediterranean.